Gord.
Hi, Hannah. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Very good, thank you.
Good. So I picked out this little guy, and I'm looking for a unique way to plant him.
All right, those are cool. I really like those.
Yeah.
And I think we've got something for you.
Okay, sweet.
So what you've got there is classically called a Hens and Chicks. And they come in different varieties. You have one there. So here's one that sort of has the classic form. There's the hen, and then here's all the chicks around the outside, and that's how it produces new little plants.
Okay. Okay, is this a hen or a chick then?
That would be a hen.
Okay.
So we're okay. It'll produce probably the chicks a little bit later on.
Okay.
Or it's already done them. So there's lots of different varieties. You can see all the different little colors they've got, and which is neat. It's almost that fall color.
Yeah.
So you've got a nice little accent there.
Yeah.
I like this one here. This one's sort of called cobweb.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like little spider webs.
Yeah, looks sort of neat.
Okay.
So if you wanted to actually have more of these, they're really easy to grow.
Okay.
Basically, here's a little chick here.
Oh, okay.
And then how we do it is I'll just pull this one out, and you can see it's just got a tiny bit of hair roots right along there. And we're just going to set it in slightly, just up to the crown. And then normally what we would do is give it a little shot of water.
Okay.
But you don't water them too much because they actually like to dry out between waterings.
Okay.
And you just leave them. So that's your thing. Now you can get more and more, and you'll have a great little
now, do they come in this size or?
Yeah, well, these are little, but you know, we've got yours.
Yeah.
And what I have over here, you wanted to plant them in something unique.
Yeah.
So what I've got here is called feather rock.
Okay.
Basically, it's a pumice stone out of the Sierra Nevada mountains in California.
Yeah.
And it's really, well, it's quite light. Bit rough on the hands. Probably a good idea to use some gloves because it's actually made of volcanic glass.
Oh,
so,
cool.
Which makes it quite light, but it also makes it very easy to work with. So if we look at this guy here, you'll see that it's really easy just to push right in. So you can actually drill, or you can...
Which is what they've done here.
Yeah, just put a drill, and then they put a little drain hole in the bottom. Yeah. And then you can plant your little hens and chicks right in here, and it looks great, like it's a mini rock garden.
Yeah, okay.
I strongly suggest, if you are going to drill, wear all your safety gear, because it's little bits of glass, you don't want to pop it in your eyes. And do I have to put any soil or anything in the rock before I plant? Actually, what these guys like is they like a mixture of sand, about 20% sand, and it can almost be sort of a grit sand. It doesn't have to be a fine sand. We'll mix that in, and then some soil, because they like really good drainage. Okay. So we'll mix that in really, really well. We'll get all the sand. Probably should have done this ahead of time, but it actually mixes pretty good. So now we've got a good mixture, and you can always tell a good mixture is if you crush it and then you open your hands, it falls apart. Okay. So if you crushed it, and that needs a little bit more sand, and it stayed in big lumps, then basically you need a little bit more sand into it. Okay, my side's not very big. Yeah, here, have some of this. So which little guy did you want to plant up? This one, yeah. Okay. Now, is there a particular rock that you wanted to Let's do this one. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to stick a little bit of soil down at the bottom there, and just flatten it out, and then you can pull that guy out. And we'll just set them in there. Oh. That's okay. They're not really deep rooted, and we'll just push it down here. Now, what I'm thinking we can do, these guys are just recently potted up. Yeah. So let's stick a few down the side. Okay. I'll let you pull the ones you like, just to give it a little bit more accent. And they just need to go just up to the crown. You don't actually have to push them down that much. We'll push around the soil after that. Perfect. Let's stick the last guy sort of in there. Perfect. And we'll set it down. Sometimes you can add a little sand or something to get the color to match with the rock. So now this soil is already moist, so let's not add anything to it. Okay. But let's say we wanted to do this guy. Yeah. We'll pull this guy over, put a little bit down at the bottom, and these guys here are quite large, and they're pretty rooted too. We're just gonna coax it out of here. It's hanging onto the edges, and then we'll plunk it in, and you can see how it wants to just fall over the sides. Yeah. So throw a little bit of sand down and soil down the sides here.
Okay.
And this one, if you can hand me the watering can, we're just going to give this a little water to wash it off a little bit. There you go. Perfect. Excellent. So now we've got two that are going to start to take off and look amazing. And the nice thing about this rock is if you liked it the way this is, you could drill another hole right here, and you could put another little hens and chick right here.
Yeah. So I guess, how much water do these need, and are they good outside or are they indoor plants?
They're good outside. Matter of fact, they're very, very hardy.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about hiding them away from winter time. What happens is when it gets really, really cold, they actually just stop growing. They become dormant. So once they become dormant, then they just sort of sit there and you're set, and then they'll keep coming. So they're really a really easy plant to grow. They do come, often we'll have a little flower stem that comes up about like this.
Yeah.
And then flowers, looks fantastic, a little bit more accent.
Okay. And how much larger do they get?
They don't get much physically larger, but they'll keep pushing out farther and farther. So often what could happen is the hen will shoot out and it might die off, and then the chicks will take over, become hens themselves, and then carry it on.
Okay. And they don't need too much water?
Nope. You can actually, it's probably better to let them dry out between watering, because they actually kind of like that. They don't need fertilizer, so you don't have to fertilize them at all.
Okay, they're easy.
They are easy. So if you want to try something really unique, putting these in some of this feather rock or this Severa, Nevada, California pumice, that was a mouthful, it's a great little way to show them off.
Awesome. Great. Well, thanks so much for showing me.
You're welcome.